is up, YouTube? How is everybody out there doing today? I hope you guys are having a fabulous freaking day, because I'm not. I'm not having a fabulous freaking day. My day sucks. You could probably tell from the vehicle behind me, right there. Has those three little circles on there. They suck. Obviously, you guys know I am not a Volkswagen or Audi guy at all. As you can see, I'm definitely not one of those guys. And we have this beautiful A4 Quattro 2.0 piece of trash on the lift today. We'll show you the front of this beautiful beast. Beautiful car. Beautiful car. Look at that. Look at that. Freaking Audi. Freaking Audi A4. So as you guys know, I usually don't work on these things. I work on, you know, Camaros, for example, and Integras, for example, and Cadillac CTS-Vs, and Trans Ams, and GTOs way up front there, and C7 Corvettes way up front there, and 5th Gen Camaros way out back there. That's what I work on. I modify them, I tune them. I do a damn good job at them, actually. Been doing it for years. And then I got this, an Audi A4 Quattro 2.0 turbo, guys. It's a boosted car. So a friend of mine contacted me and they were like, hey, Andy, would you like to do brakes and rotors on an Audi A4? Well, me being the guy that I am, I'm like, yes, sure, I would. I would love to do brakes and rotors on an Audi A4 2.0 Quattro. And here I am, taking a little break from all the performance cars that need to get done and spending like an hour on this thing to do brakes and rotors. On the back only, on the back. So I figured I was gonna punch this thing out, do a fast job, and take like an hour. You know what I mean? I'm waiting on the parts to show up from Advanced right now. Brake pads and rotors, you know what I mean? Waiting for them to show up. And I was like, you know what? I haven't made a video in a while. And I was like thinking in my head, I'm like, man, why don't I just make a video about this freaking car and tell you some of the quirks and features of working on these pieces of junk. Oh, by the way, damn, the bike's looking good. Huge shout out to Monster Fairing. Monster Fairing, you knocked this out of the park again. The Imperial Japanese freaking flag. Thing looks sexy. So freaking sexy. So sexy. Anyways, back to the Audi. So I'm gonna explain some of the things that I had to do to pull this piece of junk apart to do brakes and rotors on it. Some things are a little different than regular manufactured American vehicles because this is German, and Germans like to do things difficult. Like, for example, you know, instead of being like, oh, let's just make an A-arm, an upper and lower A-arm, nope. They're like, yo, let's make an upper and lower A-arm, but let's also attach dog bones for stabilizers, sway bars in the middle where you can't get to them, and do all kinds of cool stuff, like make things difficult looking. So that's what Audi and Germans do, which kind of sucks. The other stupid thing about Audis and Volkswagens are these guys, and Mercedes. I think Mercedes are like this too, is these guys right here. Like, why do we have to make a freaking bolt and not a stud like a regular GM vehicle or even like this old vehicle here? You know, studs. They've worked for the last 100 freaking years plus. Why do the Germans got to change it up? Why do they got to change it up and make it a freaking bolt? Like, I don't understand. They actually make a tool to center the wheel up on this thing before you put those bolts in. I don't have it because I'm not a German Audi freaking Volkswagen tech, so I don't have that tool. The other thing I want to show you is this bottom bracket bolt. I'll show you here, this bottom bracket bolt here that goes, if that rotor was on, it'd be over that rotor. So it goes in there like so, okay? So You see that? Right there's the hole right there, okay? So that bolt comes in through the back. And look at all the room you don't have. Right there's the hole. Right there's a freaking hole. And there's the shock. There's the shock. There's the hole. I don't know if you guys notice anything, but that bolt's pretty dang long. And it hits the shock, so you gotta like maneuver it around to get it out of the hole. On top of that, they probably make a special tool for this too. But I had to use this guy, that guy there, onto the thinnest snap-on ratchet that I have in order to literally click one click at a time to get it to loosen up before I can hand torque it to freak out with my freaking nub freaking fingers here. That's always fun. It's always fun. The other thing that they suck, and Hondas do this too, is this little stupid bolt right here. Hopefully you guys can see that stupid little bolt right there. That little bolt. That bolt holds the rotor in place here, like so. And I swear to God, from the factory, they put these on with Ugga Dugga air hammers because they never, ever want you to take them damn things back out again, ever. So I have this really cool special tool. It's called an impact driver. And you gotta hammer the fuck out of it in order to get that little bolt out. And you know what the purpose of that bolt is? The purpose of that bolt is to literally hold the rotor flat onto this hub so you can have a convenient time putting the brake pads together and stuff without the rotor going blah, 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 all over the place like GMs do and Fords and stuff like that, which I don't even mind, to be honest, because you know what you could do? You could put a freaking lug nut on your rotor to hold the rotor down while you put the brake pads on and your brake caliper and your brake caliper bracket and all that bullshit, and then take the nut off. And that all holds together without a stupid little dumb bolt. Oh, stupid. Okay, so we're just waiting for our pads to show up, and we're waiting for our rotors to show up, and then we're gonna slap this bitch back together. Stay tuned, it should be fun. Alrighty, so we got our new CarQuest brake rotors and pads from, well, they're CarQuest brand, but they're from American, or not American. I am so stupid today, guys. It's from Advanced Auto Parts. But we have nice new pads. Let's make sure they match up to the old ones here. Here's the older pads right there. Hopefully they are correct. And yes, sirree babo, they look correct. Now you can see just how much of a difference that pad is right there. That thing is worn the freak down. We're gonna have to replace, I guess not. Yeah, that's already on there. A piece of metal's already on there. So that's destroyed, as you can see. Them pads are worn the hell down. They're donezo. So the first thing we need to do is clean these freaking rotors with some brake clean, which I have. Here's a bottle. Have a little bit there. We're gonna clean these off and then put them on. All right, so that's when this little stupid bolt I showed you before kind of comes into play here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna basically, I'll show you how this works, is that goes up against there, and you can see that bolt hole line up right there. It's such a dumb idea to let that sit there. We're gonna get and put that bolt in and just put it in there loosey-goosey. And there you go. That's pretty much what that does. So we're gonna use this impact to really torque this thing down. That way the next guy that has to deal with it can't get it out either. Actually, we're not gonna do that because we're not assholes. We're gonna give her a light tap with this, that way it doesn't come back out, obviously, but the next guy is gonna be able to get it out no problem because it's not gonna be hammered in there like from the factory. Ding, 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 100 million freaking foot-pounds. We don't want that shit. So we're gonna go ahead and just lightly tap it to seat it, and then put the pads on, put the bracket on, and all that fun shit. So yeah, let's get that crap done, guys. And what fun will this video be if you don't see the little bit of movement that I have to do in order to tighten this bottom bolt up. That's how much space I got right there. That's it. That's it right there. So you can hear it clicking. So we're just gonna do that for, you know, 25 freaking hours until this gets nice and tight. And then we can move on to the next part. Alrighty, so now we have our brake pads in, and as you can see, they fit in very, very nicely. We put a little bit of anti-seize on the old hardware. The hardware is good, guys. I know a lot of you out there are probably gonna cry wolf and be like, oh no, Eddie, don't use the old hardware. It's supposed to have new hardware. Guys, it's okay. What you don't know is the back brakes do 30% of the work compared to the front brakes. And if the hardware is still good and not rusted, you can use it over again. It's okay. Save the customer a little bit of money and not have to get the freaking hardware kit that's gonna cost them another $20 freaking, or the upgraded platinum, gold, iridium freaking brake pads that just come with the hardware, which are literally the same damn pads as these, just with hardware, for another $25 fucking on top of the original cost. You know what I mean? You can just use the hardware over, guys. As long as it's not rusted or damaged or messed up in any way, you can use the old hardware over. So now that we're all done with that, we're gonna go ahead and hopefully we can press this thing all the way, which is another story. I'm gonna show you that here in a minute. Hold on, where is it? Where the freak? Here it is. So you need a special tool. Fords are like this too. You need a special tool. You need this guy here. This is a brake block. I don't know, hopefully you guys can see that. Brake block, and basically it goes in here like so. It sits, hopefully you guys, I want to show you guys this. That way you understand what kind of turmoil this thing really is. So you pick the right one for the brake caliper, and you put it in there like that, and you have to press while turning in the brake caliper piston. So not only do you have to press on it, but you have to turn it at the same time to screw it in place. It's the dumbest design ever. I don't understand why they just couldn't just make it to where you just push it in like a Chevy, or even like a Honda, like a motorcycle, just push the damn piston in and be done with it. No, they're like, you know what, guys? The Germans were like, we have a better idea. Let's put a screw on it too. That'll be even better. It'll just make it work that much better. Let's get that caliper on, guys. And then one last thing, which I did forget to tell you guys about, is your e-brake cable needs to come out of this little freaking hole here. Do you know why? Do you know why, guys? I can tell you why. Because it blocks that bolt. So now you have to tear this all apart, which sucks a little bit. That goes in there like that. And to be able to get that bolt out, you see how man, these Germans, these freaking Farfig Nugans really know what they're doing, aren't they? Don't they? Don't they? They give you a nice little stupid clip here, nice little dumb clip to put on in here. That way, yeah, there we go. Nice and easy, nice and easy. I guess now let's do the other side, because this side's freaking done. You know what? We're just gonna make this quick. We're gonna make this quick. We're gonna take this side apart, and we're gonna put this side together in 1, 2, 3. And there she goes, guys. She's all back together. Yes, the bolts were still a pain in the ass to get to under here and get done, but she got her all lubed up. She's ready to go. And now the only thing left is to put the wheels on and torque the wheels down and all that fun stuff. I am going to put a little anti-seize inside of here. That way the lug studs, or lug bolts, or whatever the hell you want to call these stupid ass German designed things, don't get rusty crusty in there, because we don't want no rusty crusty. So we're gonna put a little anti-seize in there, put the wheels on, get her on the ground, torque it down, put the freaking bolt caps on, and check fluid, and then she's done. Let's make it happen. Let's make this piece of shit disappear. All right, guys. Now that we got the rear wheels back on, everything's torqued down, and we got them stupid, dumb, ugly caps over the lug studs or lug bolts, you know, that make it extremely difficult to get off, because you got to use like a pair of freaking picks and pliers and all kinds of shit and screwdrivers to get that thing out of there. Well, whatever, guys. They're on now. So one thing I forgot to mention is whenever you do brake jobs on a vehicle, make sure that you pull the cap off. You see there's a little bit of brake fluid there. That's because I compressed the brake cylinders in the back here, the brake caliper cylinders. So what we're gonna do is, before we start this piece of junk, we are going to press on the brake pedal, as you guys can see, and we're gonna pump up the pressure. See how it's sucking? Oh yeah, now it'll pump up to about a brick. Feels like you're pressing on a brick, basically. That's what you want. Build that pressure back up. Basically, you're just pushing them stupid calipers back out again. Yeah, okay, that's enough. You don't ever want to let your customers leave with that. Check brake fluid, make sure that's good to go. We're gonna go ahead and put the cap back on. Spray brake clean on there, clean that all up, make it look pretty again. And that's it, guys. That's all cleaned up, looking pretty. Everything else looks kind of great, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. I don't work on these things. And hood shut. And that's it, guys. That is it. This Audi A4 Quattro 2-point junk leader is finally done. Back brakes all finished. Freaking good. I don't ever want to work on one of these again. Ever. Well, guys, there you have it. Freaking stupid brakes on a stupid Audi are done. We don't have to, my beard's all messed up, man. My beard's all messed up. It is done. The car's out of here. On to the next piece of junk. God, guys. I hope you enjoy this video. I really do. Because it's nerve-wracking. I'm going to try to get more videos out. We'll see how it goes. Busy freaking bee. Trying to get shit done around here. But the Audi's done. And I'm never going to work on another one again. And I hope and recommend that none of you out there do either. Because they suck. Kind of like the Enclaves and the Arcadias with the timing change. You remember those videos. And also F-150 exhaust manifolds. You remember those videos. And teaching a freaking 16-year-old how to drive a car. You also remember those videos too. Might have a video on Zach's update, an update on Zach as well. He's doing very good out in California. If you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, well, go back a whole bunch of videos. My kid's in the Marine Corps, and he's out in California. He's doing freaking fabulous out there. But maybe we'll have an update video on him as well. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But other than that, guys, I'm done. I'm going back to doing what I need to do. And I'm outie for it's outie. And I hope you guys have a great day. Because my day sucked. Because I had to work on an Audi. Instagram, Diablo Formula Racing. Subscribe. Unsubscribe. Hit the notification bell. Turn it off. I don't even care anymore. YouTube doesn't either. Deuces.